Now's the time to show you how to get a camera. I alluded to it several times when you needed a camera to do the part of the daily, the score thing, but now I'll show you how to do it. The first thing you want to do is realize that this is part of a quest after I kill these spawns here real quick. I just logged in, so I'm going to get spawn bombed. But you're going to need to find something. The trick is it's only in one place on the entire server. And the trick is, how do you know where that one place is? There's a secret trick to it. Now, you could look it up and go and find one of these possible locations. There's 5 on every server. It will only appear in one location, but there's a shortcut. And that is, let me make sure on my camp build, okay. Yeah, that works. You're going to go to the atomic shop. If you haven't already done this, go to the atomic shop, go to the camp section, go to utility, then find something called My Personal Terminal. You want this in your camp for several quests. You don't need to have it forever, but you will want this in your camp at some point because it gives you fun quests that you can do. And it's easier to get the quest this way than it is to try to go hunt them all down. So once you bought this, it's free, by the way. You don't have to pay anything for it. Once you have this, you can build it in your camp. It is way over here under miscellaneous structures, right there. It's, how far down is it? Depending on how many items you have, it might be some ways down here. But if you don't have a lot of camp items, then it should be pretty easy to find. It always looks like this. And this is not the Modus vendor terminal. That's a different thing. That's a vendor terminal. So don't make this mistake of buying the Modus vendor terminal. This is called My Personal Terminal. Very important that you get this one. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. You just do have to put it in your camp. Okay, now that we have this, we can go ahead and use it. Hello. Now there's this option, My Daily Planner. We're not going to do that. We're going to go to Automated Alerts, and then we're going to go to Suspicious Person. You could do those others, right? You can do those, and I recommend you do them. But right now we're doing Suspicious Person. So I'm going to hit Enter, and we see this report has not yet been reviewed. Any and all potential communist activity must be followed up on immediately. We have to be on the scene before some feds in dark suits shoo us away. Coordinates have been attached. Let's download the coordinates of this suspicious person. Okay, now that's it. Those are the other 2 options. We're not going to do that right now. We're going to hit escape to come out of there. Now, nothing seems to have happened, right? Well, that's because I have all my quest tracking turned off automatically because I don't want a bazillion things appearing on my screen because all these characters have like so many undone quests. Like if you look at this is one of my alts, right? And they have so many quests that they still have to do. But if you go to side quests and you look under miscellaneous and we find investigate the suspicious person, it's easy for me to say, and you track that if it's not already being tracked, like mine was not being tracked. And now we can also go there. I didn't do this, but now we can track it. But now if we go here and say C, show on map. See at the bottom of there, it says hit C to show on the map. And we can see, oh, this is at the Tyler County Fairgrounds. Okay, so let's go to Vault 76 for a free travel spot to get us close to there. I'm going to go to my DPS build because I expect to encounter enemies when I arrive. I was here on a previous character, so I knew it was going to be there, but I just wanted to show you the whole process. I did this whole thing on another character because I want all my characters to have cameras, and so far only like 4 of them do. But I have like 6 more to do, including this one. So I'm going to head down to where this quest marker is. Now, you may get other quest markers along the way, like maybe the one over there at Capture Workshop appears. That's not the one you want. You want to go to this one. Now, this is just one of 5 places on the map. You might be sent to a completely different place. I don't know where you'll be sent. But whatever it is, you're going to find a dead body. And there's one of 2. This one is named Ansel. And there's another one. I'm going to leave that out. But when you find it, it's the obvious quest marker, right? This is where we need to go. See the little dot above his head? Investigate the suspicious person. So I'm going to grab Ansel's holotape. Ooh.
Well, here we are, Dorothea. West Virginia. Just like you always wanted.
I'm going to wait and listen to this.
I wish more than anything you were here to see it.
You can skip ahead if you don't want to.
Maybe it's better that the leukemia took you when you were still so young. You were spared the horrors of this war. I take some comfort in that. But I made you a promise, and Grandpa keeps his word. That list we made of all the places you wanted to see, well, I'm going to visit them all.
Bucket
It's all
list.
for you, Dorothea.
All for Dorothy.
Up there with the angels. And before this world's completely ruined, I'm going to make you proud.
Ruined.
I've got that old camera you used to love, and oh, damn, someone's coming. I hope it's not those looters again. We'll finish this later.
Obviously, a play on Ansel Adams, because, you know, photography. So we're going to grab his bucket list. Looks like some of them have been done and others have not. That's important. So we'll take that list. And then we're going to grab his broken Pro Snap Deluxe camera. Okay, so now we have a camera, right? No, not yet. If we look in the miscellaneous column, we see a broken Pro Snap Deluxe camera, and it has a little doohickey on it that says this is a quest item. So you can't delete it, you can't drop it, whatever. It sort of protects you from that. So let's go back to our camp. And it's sort of convenient that I am over here in the mire because the rest of this takes place in the mire. Well, mostly in the mire, but in these sort of higher level areas. If you're even moderately well geared, you'll be fine. The game is really good about, you know, gearing you out now. Let me go ahead and just get rid of all this stuff. Notice the camera doesn't appear, right? It's nowhere to be seen. But what you want to do is you want to come to the Tinker Workbench and you need to repair this camera. Now you might think, I'll go in and I'll just hit space to repair it, right? Because it's broken. Well, that's not going to be what you want. There's nothing there. What you actually want to do is you actually want to use the old one to craft a new one. It's sort of non-intuitive. But we're going to go to Camera and see how it says Pro Snap Deluxe and it says Broken Pro Snap Deluxe. We're going to use these materials to create a whole new camera based on the old one. And while we're here, let's also make some film. Because, you know, we want to take pictures. So now I have the weapon. Notice it's in the weapon column now. It's a Pro Snap Deluxe camera, not a broken Pro Snap Deluxe. And then if we look in ammo, which is unintuitive, we have camera film. You know, you probably made like 6 or 12 or whatever with the camera, but then we made a couple more. And I can actually take this and bind this camera to my favorite. So now if I hit 4, I can toggle between my weapon, and I hit 4, 1, and 4, and now we have a camera. And if you hold down right-click on your mouse, it opens up the camera UI. Now, you can save pictures or not save pictures. You do not need to save pictures for this next step. Like, I could turn off to not saving using the Z button. See where it says not saving in the top left corner? I could save or not save, doesn't matter. You could practice taking pictures, right, like this. And it shouldn't use any of your film because you're not saving. So, well, I guess it did use film, but just didn't save it. So I'll get to where it saves it later. But let's go and track this quest. It's a side quest called Bucket List. So mine didn't track, so I have to like call it up, and now we have a side quest called Bucket List. Yay! So let's figure out where we have to go. Tracked quests should appear on the map, so we have to go to these 7 places because we have to finish the 7 items missing on his bucket list, right? So if we go to his notes, right here, you can see he's done most of these, but we're missing Harper's Ferry Old Armory, House of Scares, Red Rocket Mega Stop Sign, Pumpkin House, Dolly Sod's Welcome Center, Galleria Skylight, and Berkeley Springs Castle. So Looks like he has a bunch of skip numbers there. Oh wait, no, that's a 1, not a 7. Weird. Okay, so first, let's go to our, make sure we're in our DPS build, because we may have to fight our way to get to these locations, right? Let's go north first, because I'm already in this area, so I'm going to go to Dolly Sods. Remember this Dolly Sods location, because I'm also going to do a video on the Pioneer, their version of Cub Scouts, basically, or Boy Scouts. Just not yet. This is a key location for that. So I'm going to head over and I'm going to kill this bear that guards the entrance. You can see there's a dot right there. So it sort of guides you pretty well. Photograph the front of the Dolly Sods cabin. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and go up here and take a picture of the front, right? No. Problem is, we're not seeing the name. You need to see the name in the top right corner. So we want to come out until we see Dolly Sods. See that? We have to be this far away. Any closer and the name disappears. It's very important to learn this about the camera. Because like on the score daily, it'll say take a picture of a gulper, for instance. You actually have to see the word gulper in the top right corner, otherwise it won't work. Now notice I'm not saving, but if I take a picture right now, and I'm hidden, I'm in stealth. If I take a picture, notice it says completed. Photograph the front of the Dolly Sods cabin. Complete, 1 of 7. So there you go. You don't have to actually do the saving part, you know, unless you want to. Let's say I did want to save it. So I go like this and I hit Z to save, and now I take a picture. What does it mean to save? Well, if you go to your main menu, like this, and you go to photo gallery, you'll see that this picture has been added to my photo gallery. Now I have other pictures from other things, right? Like I've done this before. So I did save 3 of the pictures. Here's a picture that I did save when it was in the wrong angle, right? This was incorrect, right? So that was wrong. But then I also took a picture of my camp and a picture of another thing. So they all show up here. So this is the one I just took because I told it to save the picture. Now let's go back to 1 and go north to the Freddy Fears House of Scares. Now be careful, there can be a Wendigo here. Or Wendigo. Where did Wendigo? I don't know, ask Peter Pan. Ah, there's a Wendigo. So they hit kind of hard and they're scary and they make scary sounds. Like a hissing cat, so be cautious, be careful. We do want to kill everything here. So if you die trying, that's okay. As long as you end up clearing it, or maybe someone else will have been here recently and it'll all be dead. You never know. So I'm going to stay in stealth so I can do this without having to aggro those rats inside there. So I want to take a picture again, photograph the Freddy's Fear storefront. So I'm going to go here and I don't see Freddy Fears anywhere. Ah, Freddy's House of Scares. There we go. I'm going to turn off saving because I already took a picture of this. I'm going to just find a nice angle and boom. And now photograph the Freddy's Fear storefront completed. Okay, what's next? Let's head west to Red Rocket Mega Stop. Hopefully we can keep things from following us. Just going to sprint this way. There's a good workshop here, by the way, if you ever want to come capture it. That photo gallery, by the way, will also show you pictures that you took using photo mode, which is another option when you're doing the score dailies. Like it'll say, take a photo mode picture of something, right? So let's see if we can do it from this far away. See if it shows up. It does. I'm going to go ahead and save this because I want this picture and I want to frame it nicely. Maybe I come over here. And there it is. Photograph the logo of the Red Rocket sign. Now, it'll also work if you come over here, because I did it last time. If you're over here, you could take a more dramatic, you know, upskirt photo, as it were, of the stop, because it still shows the name there. I think you can be anywhere. As long as you see that name, then you're good. I also unlocked a photo frame, which is nice, because I discovered the location. Now, I've sent you to the Pumpkin House before for the Pumpkin House Daily, so this is a good time to go get that location known. So I'm going to try to go around without aggroing everything in sight. Sort of bypass all those enemies and head towards the next location. Rather than running through all the robots that want to kill you, you can go this way. We're basically just heading mostly west to that big circle right there on the compass. This is a great location to learn for doing the daily quest when you have it for the score daily. Complete a daily quest. Well, this is where I always go because it's really easy.
So many pumpkins to carve.
You can see that we discovered it, and we probably also got the quest to do the daily. Yep. See, speak with Jack at the pumpkin house. So you can do that if you want. I'm not going to do it because I'm going to save it for if I get the score daily as of noon today. But just line yourself up. Make sure you see Pumpkin House as the name. So you have to be far enough, remember. So you see Pumpkin House. I'm going to save it. I'm going to take a picture. Completed. And now let's look at our photo list, or our photo gallery. Now we have what we took at the Dolly Sods. We have the Red Rocket. We have Freddy's House of Scares. I don't think I took that. I didn't keep it because I took it from before. That was my other character. And now we have the Pumpkin House. So all these fun little memories of where we've been. So what's next? Way south. I'm going to go back to my camp. Now, if you don't have my camp, I wouldn't expect you to, but this just saves me a few caps trying to get back down there. What I will probably do is include this video as a link in my permanent description of, how to obtain a camera. Like one of the first few items, and then like the mod list after that. So I'm going to go to Berkeley Springs. Maybe you've been here. Maybe you've been to all these places and you've uncovered them all because you've been playing for a while. Awesome. But if you haven't, now's a good time to get them. Obviously, you're going to have to run from location to location. So this quest and this obtaining the camera, you could do in as few as 15 minutes to 20 minutes, or maybe as long as 90 minutes. If you didn't have any of these locations discovered and you have to run and fight your way to them. But there's no time like the present to uncover these locations and figure out how to get there. And if you don't have the mods that I have for showing, where enemies are, whoops, bloop, then you might be surprised by enemies now and then. Now, we're not actually taking a picture here at Berkeley Springs. We're actually taking a picture over at this big mansion. So if you have the location for the Blood Eagle hideout over here, like there's a location over here, you can use that for a better teleport. Here, let's discover it really quick so that you know where it is. This is a good place to discover because oftentimes you'll need to kill Blood Eagles. But if we come here,
I fucking hate this place.
this is a little bit of a sidetrack, obviously. But I'm trying to just get this discovery so I can fast travel to it on this character. What we're hoping to uncover is a Blood Eagle icon. We just have to get far enough in to sort of be at the center of this location. I don't know what it considers to be the center. Boy, it's going to make me work for it, isn't it? Is it the inside? I don't know. Very strange. It's not discovering the Blood Eagle hideout. Maybe behind it?
I can feel it. Something's close.
Careful! This one bites!
Well, it is here. It will appear on the map if you hit the right location. I just don't know what that location is. Very strange. Maybe you can, figure it out. But anyway, let's go back up this way. Because the nice thing about the Berkeley thing is it'll put you right about right in this area already. Like when you teleport, you'll be like right here, right? So it's just conveniently located towards this castle. You don't have to go all the way from the south end. You just come right here and then just come up the hill. Maybe you already have that location, but now we're going to take Berkeley Springs Castle. And now that we have the name, I'm going to take the picture. Boom. There we go. Completed. All right, now 2 more locations. I don't have this one discovered yet, but let's go there from Sunday Brothers Cabin, which is where the Moonshine Jamboree takes place. That's the very popular public event where you get a bazillion enemies. It's, I highly advise you do that when it comes up, because at least as a mutated event, you rarely find people doing it as not as a mutated event, because people love mutated events because you get a goodie bag. But now we're just going to head east. I'm going to take a coffee to help my AP not run out. I'm also an unyielding low health build, so I have a lot of action points. Now you do have to get to a harder to find location here. So I'm going to go around the west side of the area here, sort of hugging the river, or not hugging the river, hugging the road, because I don't want to be like ambushed by a bazillion enemies at once. Because what I'm really headed for is this courtyard over here. I don't actually want to go through the main part of Harper's Ferry. I'm trying to go, and if you have a jetpack, you can like jump over, but I'm just going to sort of sneak over this way, avoiding the enemies, because there's a doorway right over here that you can get in if you use the terminal, right? So you can use the armory, get in there. So let's go ahead and see if I can take a picture from out here. I think I can. You shouldn't actually have to go in there, I don't think. But let's just check to make sure. I did it last time, but Harper's Ferry Armory. I think this works. Whoops. Have to reload. There we go. Harper's Ferry Armory. Now, if you have marsupial, you can jump in like this, or if you really need to and you want a cleaner picture and you don't have a jetpack or marsupial, you can of course use this. I forget if it's remote door control. Access denied. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna want to just take a picture out here. I think it's a quest that sends you there, or maybe you can jump up on this roof if you have the ability, or maybe jump on an item nearby. But ideally, you'd be like in here for a cleaner picture if you wanted that for your photo gallery. But that's one more left over here at Valley Galleria. And we have to go inside here. So we're going to run all the way through. And I think it's very, very important to blow up cars. So you should blow up cars before you go in, because it's fun. Just don't be near them unless you have really good unless you're explosion proof. Because you can have a chain reaction there. See that? It's so fun. All right, so we're going to go inside here. Whenever you hear a bunch of cars blowing up somewhere, it's probably some player out on a gun-toting joyride to make lots of explosions and have fun with it. I highly advise it. It's fun. Especially around like White Springs. Lots of enemies in here. We're going to avoid all of them if we can. At least I am, because I'm stealth. And we just basically have to sort of be below and looking up at an angle at this thing. So I already have a picture of here. Or I took a picture and I deleted it because it's kind of ugly. So I'm just going to take this picture, and there we go. As long as we see the text, Valley Galleria, and the thingy, then we're good. Now we finished bucket list. Now we can go back to our camp. Notice we get a lens plan and a postcard collage poster. Those are plans that we will want to learn them. I think this took me, about 20 minutes to do? Less than 30 for sure, because my other account hasn't complained. Excuse me, I burped. Okay, now our camera is no longer a quest item and can be destroyed accidentally if you're not careful. There are ways to get it back, but what I recommend is to rename this. I'm going to rename this underscore camera, and to use a mod that protects specially named or equipped or favorited items. It's in the description below. It's like Invento Matic stash, something like that. But it will let you protect items based on certain names. And I have it set to protect based on name, where if it's an underscore in front of it, it can't be deleted. Okay, it took me 30 minutes. Because this complains after 30 minutes. There we go. You can see my little cheat sheet in case I forgot any steps. But now what we can do is, now that we have the camera and it's protected, at least mine is protected, we can go to modify and repair. Now we modify and repair. And now we can change the appearance. So like I have a couple of paint jobs that I obtained through other means. And if I learn those new recipes, like if I go over here and go to new, or I can go to notes.
Hello, dearie.
There's the ProSnap camera lens. Wow, I already knew that somehow. I must have like passed it around from another character. But now I can go and modify that and give it a zoom lens. So camera, standard lens, 200 millimeter lens, or 105 millimeter lens. So how does that work? Well, you don your camera and you hit Q for zoom, right? So we have a huge zoom in. So there's 1x, there's 3x, there's 6x. You can see the number there and the sort of where my character names are. And the 105 lens zooms in, but it doesn't zoom as much. So if we go to there, at least I don't think it does. It shouldn't, because it's a lower focal length. So now if we do this, does it do 1x or does it 2x and 4x? Let's see. So there's 1x, 2x, 4x. Okay, that's it. So one lens lets you go up to 6x in, by 3 and 6, and the other one, which I like better actually, and the other one, the lesser focal length, is a lesser zoom, which makes sense. So that's it. That's how you get the camera. And now you have a way to collect all your photos of all the interesting things you've seen. It's good to have, because not only is it something that you need to do the score daily that requires you take a camera picture, but there's also a daily that you get from the crater and or from the foundation and or from the overseer, where you have to go take a picture of something. I think it's the overseer and foundation, maybe. It's been a while. It's been years. But they will say, please go take a camera picture of this item, like reconnaissance, like a spy mission. And so that's how you can do that daily. It's really easy to do. Once you have the camera, it's easy to do. It's pretty much impossible before then. I think that's when they added the camera with this update, so that you could actually do those things. But there are other quests in your terminal. I recommend you look at your terminal and do all of them. Once you've done them all and it has nothing more for you, you can remove it from your camp. But we may revisit that and do another one of the quests that it has for us. That's it. That's your camera. Enjoy.